Subscribe on our YouTube channel, and let stories awaken the spirit within.
Subscribe me.
The story. Akin the Giant and the Fallen Gods. In the heart of an ancient land, nestled beneath the shadow of the towering Oke-Ara mountains, lay the village of Iroko. The village was small, but its legacy was great. For generations, its people were the chosen protectors of the ancient gods who had once ruled the skies and earth. These gods had bestowed their favor upon Iroko, ensuring bountiful harvest, peace, and a special gift, the birth of giants. From this lineage came Akin, the tallest and mightiest of all the giants born to the village. His presence was like that of a moving mountain, with limbs so vast that his footsteps echoed through the valleys. The villagers revered him, for he was seen as the bridge between the divine and mortal worlds. Yet, as great as he was, Akin was a man troubled by visions of darkness swallowing the gods. The story of the fallen gods began long before Akin's birth. The gods had once been rulers of the cosmos, seated in the heavens, their power undeniable. They governed the rain, the sun, and the winds, blessing the earth with life and order. But with time came greed, as some of the gods turned away from their divine responsibilities. Their jealousy towards the mortals, whose freedom seemed boundless, grew unbearable. Among the gods, a great division arose. The fallen ones were cast from the heavens, their divine light stripped away, and they were banished to the depths of the earth, their powers reduced to mere whispers of what they had once been. However, even in their weakened state, the fallen gods sought revenge on the land that had once worshipped them. It was during Akin's childhood that the first signs of their return began. Unexplained droughts afflicted the land, sickness crept into the village, and mysterious fires consumed the forest. The elders whispered of the fallen gods, warning that they would soon rise again to reclaim what was once theirs. Akin, though young, felt a deep connection to the earth. He often wandered alone through the mountains, listening to the wind stories and the murmurs of the trees. It was during one such journey that he encountered a vision unlike any he had experienced before. Standing at the edge of a sacred river, Akin saw the sky darken unnaturally, and the water, once clear, turned as black as obsidian. A voice, deep and sorrowful, echoed through the air, "Akin, son of the mountains, protector of Iroko, you are our last hope." Before him appeared an old god, his once shining body now dim and frail. The god spoke of the return of the fallen ones and the great battle that was to come. He warned that if they were to rise fully, no force on earth would be able to stop them. Their hatred for both gods and mortals would destroy the balance of the world. They seek to reclaim the earth, the god said, but their hearts are filled with vengeance. You, Akin, must stand between them and the world. The vision ended as suddenly as it had begun, and Akin was left alone by the river, the weight of destiny pressing upon him. The journey that lay ahead of him was one of unimaginable peril, for the fallen gods were not just spirits of old, they were embodiments of chaos itself. As he returned to the village, Akin found it in chaos. Dark clouds swirled over Iroko, and the ground trembled as if the earth itself was in fear. The elders gathered in the central square, their faces pale with dread. They had felt the presence of the fallen gods growing stronger. And now, they knew they could no longer protect the village. Akin stood before them, towering above all. "I have seen the old god," he said. "The fallen ones are coming, and I must meet them before they reach Iroko. But I cannot do this alone." The elders, though frail with age, summoned the ancient rites of the village, calling upon the spirits of the ancestors and the gods who still resided in the heavens. They imbued Akin with the strength of generations, his giant form now radiating with the essence of the land itself. His heart beat in rhythm with the mountains, and his breath moved with the wind. Armed with this power, Akin set off on a perilous journey, leaving behind the village that had nurtured him. He followed the path to the underworld, where the fallen gods were said to be imprisoned. Each step took him deeper into the bowels of the earth, where the air grew thick with darkness, and the sound of wailing spirits filled the caverns. Finally, he reached the heart of the abyss. There, in a vast and desolate chamber, stood the fallen gods, their once divine forms twisted and grotesque, their eyes burning with an insatiable thirst for vengeance. Akin, son of Iroko, hissed one of the gods, its voice like the crackling of fire. "You dare come here, mortal giant? Do you think your earthly strength can stand against us?" Akin, though afraid, stood his ground. "I do not fight alone," he said. "The land, the sky, and the spirit of my ancestors are with me." A great battle ensued, one that shook the very foundations of the earth. The fallen gods unleashed their fury, summoning storms and earthquakes, but Akin, imbued with the power of his people, fought with unmatched ferocity. The gods' blows, once capable of shattering mountains, now fell upon him like the weight of the world. But with every strike, Akin's strength grew, fueled by the memories of the village and the love for the land he had sworn to protect. The battle raged on for days, but in the end, it was Akin's heart that proved the most powerful weapon of all. The gods, though powerful, had forgotten the strength of mortal love and the unbreakable bond between earth and its people. With one final, mighty blow, Akin struck down the leader of the fallen gods, and as he did, the others crumbled into dust, their forms returning to the nothingness from which they had come. Exhausted, Akin collapsed to the ground. The earth, which had been dark and barren, began to heal. The sun returned, and the air filled with the songs of birds once more. Akin, though victorious, knew that he would never be the same. The battle had taken a part of his soul, and the visions of the gods, both fallen and righteous, would remain with him forever. Returning to Iroko, the villagers greeted him as a hero, but Akin's heart was heavy. He had saved the land, but at what cost? The gods, once protectors, had fallen, and the balance of the world had been restored only through great sacrifice. Yet, as the seasons passed, and the village thrived once more, Akin found peace in the knowledge that he had fulfilled his destiny. He had stood between the earth and chaos, between the gods and mortals, and in doing so, had become a legend, one that would be told for generations to come. Thus, the story of Akin the giant and the fallen gods lived on, a tale of sacrifice, love, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos.